So I'm just gonna come out and get some stuff done. But the wind is blowing really bad. Like it feels decent here. I think it's in the mid 60s or something. But you hear them bugs. I may not be counting down the days until August when they're gone or whatever. I think it's August when they said that they kind of go away, but I'm almost counting down the days. But it is super windy out here. As you can see, the swing kind of got blew over. So it's zoomed in. It's not really a great environment to be out here trying to do stuff and record and whatnot. So I really need to get my other garden bed cleaned out. And I got we got some tomatoes up here. If you was around last year, we had a whole bunch of like cherry tomatoes that came up around the back where the electric pole is, and we left them there, and they done great. Last year we had a really bad garden season. I mean, we got stuff out of it. The cucumbers did really good. They probably done the best, but it was still a pretty crappy season. But we grew some tomatoes up there. They volunteers. Also, the way I feel about volunteers is I can't hardly force myself to kill volunteer plants. But a whole bunch of them come up there. We just let them grow, do their own thing, and they done amazing. They made it through 2 frosts, even at the end of the season, was still producing fruit. And sure enough, they are coming back this year. There's a chance that we will be doing work over there on that soon-to-be patio, soon-ish. You know how we are. So we was debating, and I told John, I said, you know what, we're just going to leave them, and if the time comes that we have to pull them for, you know, the patio work or whatever, we'll pull them then. But until then, we're just going to leave them. So we're going to do that. But there's a couple that's like kind of up. If they get large, they're just going to be more out in the way. They're about this big. So I thought about getting those up, trying to see if I could get those and move them to the bed. Currently, I only have the one garden bed, and I refuse to garden in the ground. If I don't have beds, I'm not doing it. Maybe that's a tantrum in the form of a 35-year-old woman, but it is what it is. I refuse to do it. We will buy all of our fruits and vegetables at the farmer's market and the grocery store, which farmer's market's the best, and that's where I prefer to buy it when, you know, it's in season and whatnot. But I'm not doing it. So at this point, I only have the one garden bed, and my guess is that's all I'm going to have for the season. And I try to be okay with that, because it is what it is, and I need to learn how to use a saw, I guess. But it's the one garden bed. It'll grow some tomatoes, so that's good enough, even though tomatoes and cucumbers are our favorite. And we actually had high hopes of having a good garden this year, but you know, it happens. We got a lot going on this year. So, and John is full force work. They have like tons of jobs that, you know, they're working, plus jobs like lined up and whatnot, and so it's just a super busy season for him at work, and that's just how it works out. And you know, work comes first, because without work we wouldn't be able to have what we have. And I also know that he deserves a break. He works crazy hard. Probably the hardest person I know, hardest working person I know, literally. And I'm not just saying that because he's mine. I mean, obviously I know more of what he does because he is mine, but he is the hardest working person that I know and have ever met in my entire life. So he definitely deserves a break. So if we only got the one bed for tomatoes in it, it is what it is. But the one bed has some dill growing in it from last year, which is funny because I try to grow herbs and they don't grow for me, but they just decide to grow on their own. It's got some dill in it, and then just some weeds. I need to get them plucked out and we got one more bag of potting soil from last year. And I need to get it in there, try to get some of those tomatoes up. I'm probably just going to try to save the 2 that's out farthest. And then I've got some upstairs in the hydro that I started about 2 weeks ago, because I knew that I wanted to get them out there, but didn't want to start from seed because I just didn't want to. So I need to do that, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. I might do that tomorrow. I really need to get the pool up too. That would not have been fun to try to be doing that today, the way the wind's blowing. Well, the house might have blocked it. Anyway, But I have to get the bubble full stuff that we put on the bottom to make like a carpet for it. It's in the building, and so I have to get that. I'll have to get it fixed before I can put the pool up. I don't know. I really would like to get it all done this week, even though it's supposed to be chilly for the next few days. Like after the big storms went through, we was just supposed to get like cool weather, which we're all welcoming, and it feels good out here. It's just, it's not going to warm the pool up, that's what I'm saying. But I need to get it up so that when the warm weather's here, you know, it'll warm it up. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, with the wind blowing like this, I don't feel like setting up the camera and really doing it. I don't know, we might feel a bit different about it later. I'm not sure if you can hear how loud they actually are. I'm not sure if it picks up on camera, the intensity of the noise that they make, but it's a lot. I really need to pick that up. Then I also think, what if I pick it up, it blows it back over and actually damages it? Because that thing's a couple years old and it's done really good. Like Kim was even talking about it one day, a couple weeks ago. She was here and she said, this thing has held up really good. And I said, yeah, it has. I think I bought that the summer, I did, that her and Jonathan started dating, because it was up there by the greenhouse and the wind caught the greenhouse and blew, like went under it, I guess. I want to get a little too thick, probably. Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt to being a bit taller, but
that right. Yeah. And then for dinner, I'm just going to throw together some chili dogs. I'm going to make the chili here on the stovetop and throw the hot dogs in the air fryer, because we're just not a fan of boiled hot dogs, and we just actually prefer them that way. The outside gets a little toasty in some areas, almost like having them grilled, with obviously without the good grilled flavor. But it's our favorite way to do it, and it was super quick and simple, and I had some frozen tomato paste in the freezer, so I figured, why not? And with that, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live with it. Bye,
perfect, but it's all we've got. Beautiful chaos.